So I've given all 24 League 2 sides one of the world's best players to see how this will affect world football. Which clubs will use this opportunity correctly and use the money from the players to invest into their future? Which clubs will hold on to their star players for short-term effect? And which clubs will just throw it away altogether and become irrelevant? We're going to find that out in today's video. G'day guys, how's it going? It is Jared HD here. Welcome back to another FIFA 21 career mode experiment video on the channel. Like I said, I have given the 24 best players in the world to a League 2 team respectively. I've just gone on SoFIFA and gotten the 24 highest rated players. No bias, none of my opinion in here. Otherwise, that man there, Alexander Mitrovic, would be involved in this video. Maybe that's a video idea. What if I had 24 Mitrovic's in one team? Ooh. But if you guys do go on to enjoy this experiment video, make sure you leave a like on the video. Scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We are on the grind towards 400,000 subscribers. But before we can figure out the experiment and see what happens, we have to see who is going where in a draft style format. Just quickly lads, I would like to say a big thank you to EA Australia and FUT United for once again sponsoring today's video. FUT Prime icon moments are now in Ultimate Team. This is where 100 of the best players to ever play the beautiful game are celebrated. And to celebrate this awesome time of the year, EA and ourselves are giving away some icons. So if you want the opportunity to win either David Beckham, Essien, or Drogba for your Ultimate Team, make sure you go and vote in the FUT United poll. Let us know which of these three players we should put in our Ultimate Team, in Australia's Ultimate Team. And not only are we giving away some Ultimate Team icons, we're also giving away a PS5. And this will be the last opportunity you have to enter the competition to win a PS5. So make sure you go to the FUT United link down below. I will leave it in the description. Go and vote and go give yourself an opportunity to win some awesome prizes. Thanks once again to FUT United and EA for sponsoring today's video. Let's get right back into today's video. It is time for the draft. Which League 2 club is going to get which superstar? Here are the 24 teams up for draft, and here are the 24 players that can be divided between the clubs, all based on overalls on SoFIFA. No bias or anything like that. So let's get into the draft. All of this has been done through random generators, by the way. With the first pick, AFC Barrow have drafted Heung-min Son. With the second pick, Bolton have drafted Joshua Kimmich. With the third pick, Bradford City have drafted Robert Lewandowski. Cambridge United have drafted Casemiro. Carlisle United have drafted the king himself, N'Golo Kante. Cheltenham Town have drafted the Master Bucks. Colchester United have drafted Manuel Neuer. Crawley Town have drafted Raheem the Dream Sterling. Exeter have drafted Bruno Fernandes. Forest Green Rovers have drafted Sadio Mane. With the 11th pick, Grimsby Town have drafted Neymar. With the 12th pick in the draft, Harrogate Town have drafted the big man himself, Leo Messi, the GOAT. Leyton Orient have drafted Virgil van Dijk. Mansfield Town have drafted Harry Kane. I was kind of hoping he went to Leyton Orient. Morecambe have drafted Jan Oblak. Goalkeepers galore, as Newport County have drafted Edison. Oldham Athletic have drafted Sergio Ramos. Port Vale draft Ter Stegen. As we get into the final 6 picks, still some big name players on the board. Southend United have drafted Kevin De Bruyne. Salford City get what I would say is the pick of the draft as they get Kylian Mbappe. Scunthorpe United have drafted Cristiano Ronaldo. Stevenage have drafted Karim Benzema. Tranmere Rovers get Mo Salah. And the final pick in the draft sees Walsall draft Thibaut Courtois. Alright, so now that you guys know who is going where, I wanted to show you guys just to make sure they are on the team. So for example, we'll go to Barrow. I think Heung-min Son went there. We'll just make sure he's there. There he is, Heung-min Son, onto AFC Barrow. We'll just scroll through and see what random club we have here. Mansfield Town. What player went to Mansfield Town? I can't remember. Harry Kane. Another Tottenham player. Harry Kane went to Mansfield Town. Was kind of hoping he went to Leyton Orient. That would have been a nice reunion. And just to show you again, I'm not stuffing around. Southend United. The player they had there was Kevin De Bruyne. So all the players on their allocated sides. Now time for the experiment part of the video. Let's see if any of the players leave the club and who finishes top of the leagues in season 1. Also, just so you guys don't think that I'm controlling the experiment in any way, I've taken over Arsenal for this, so with no input from me. No signs so far of any of the players leaving their clubs after both the summer and January transfer windows, which is interesting. I thought for sure some of the clubs would have cashed out. Look, if it was me and I had a player that was 30 or above, I would have cashed out straight away, sold them, and tried to build out a young core to help me get out of maybe the League 1 and League 2. But at the moment, it seems like none of those sides have taken what I would have done. Interesting. Let's go see who gets promoted. So Bolton, Mansfield Town, and Salford City, who did they have? Let me check my notes. So the team that had Joshua Kimmich, the team that had Harry Kane, and the team that had, surprise, surprise, Kylian Mbappe automatically promoted. Geez, Messi was at Harrogate Town and they only finished 21st. Southend United, they had Kevin De Bruyne and finished bottom of League 2. I wonder if any of these guys end up getting their contracts torn up. Like if any of them had less than 12 months, if they walk on freeze or anything like that. But that's interesting. None of them were able to win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, however. That went to us and Man City. I thought that would have been quite a cool thing. But anyways, we keep going and we will see in Season 2 how these teams manage their finances, manage their superstars, and who's going to bottle it. That's mainly what I'm here to see. Who stuffs up this golden opportunity? Still no sign of one of these clubs selling their players. Maybe they're just going to stay there the entire time. That would be so dumb on their behalf. Yeah, I don't think any of these guys are leaving their clubs. I want to go and have a little gander to see if any of them retired, although I doubt they have already. I think the only ones that would have retired would have been like Messi, or who would have been, oh, maybe Ramos, but none of these guys getting sold, which is ridiculous. I mean, I think Messi would be the oldest out of all of them. He's still kicking it. Is he still at, yeah, he's still at Harrogate Town. He's dropping down quickly though. How old's Cristiano Ronaldo in this? 36. He's still kicking? Yeah, he's still at Scunthorpe. Sergio Ramos, maybe? Is he still around? Ramos is 35. And yeah, he's at Oldham Athletic. You do you, lads. You do you. I mean, to be fair, if you're a team like Salford City, you've got Mbappe. He's one of the world's best players. I don't blame them for holding on to him because he's going to grow. He's going to grow ridiculously. But when you've got the players that are late 20s, early 30s, I'd be selling them as soon as possible if it was me. Oh well, we'll keep going forward in the simulation, in the experiment, and see what happens. See what craziness gets thrown at us. All of the three teams, Mansfield Town, Bolton, Salford City, they all had good seasons. Who was the other team? I never forget. Exeter City. Who was on Exeter City? It would have been... Exeter City had Bruno Fernandes. All those teams have done pretty well in League 1. None of them getting relegated with their star players, nor would I expect them to, honestly. And making it out of League 2 in the automatic spots, Forest Green, Walsall, Colchester, they all had their own players. Good. They did. Was Colchester? Yeah, Colchester had Neuer. Forest Green had Mane, and Walsall had Thibaut Courtois. Goalkeepers playing clutch. In fact, I'd be interested to see the recently relegated sides, Crew Alexandra, Rochdale, and Accrington, had pretty bad seasons. And again, Messi finishing dead last in League 2. Jeez. Ndidi to Barcelona again. Oh, there we go. It finally happened. Leyton Orient, the first to pull the trigger. And they've sold a 31-year-old Virgil van Dijk to Manchester United for £84.2 million. So we'll keep an eye on if they bring anybody into the club, where they just let that £84 million wither away to nothing, which wouldn't surprise me knowing the AI this year. Any other big deals? It doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. In terms of, like, obviously there's some big deals being made, but in terms of the clubs that had the best players, don't think so. I think only Leyton Orient have done it. Are they going to use that money to bring some good players in, or are they just going to let it go to waste? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, taking a look at their side, it looks like so far they've got a few regen players in there, but it looks like they haven't gone out and signed anybody ridiculous as of yet with that money. So Leyton Orient, you're walking a very fine line, lads. A very, very fine line. So Colchester and Mansfield Town, fair play to them. They might be up in the championship next season. One of them might be in the championship next season. Salford, though, where they didn't have a great season, neither did Exeter. Bolton didn't either. But a lot of the sides that have come up from League 2 are surviving quite nicely here in League 1 and pushing towards promotion. I would not be surprised if in 2-3 years' time, more than half of League 1, or the entirety of League 1, is virtually just teams that were in League 2. Did Messi get last with Harrogate Town once again? No, they got 14. Who got last? It was Leyton Orient. Of course it was. Of course it was. They sell Virgil van Dijk. They do nothing with the money. And they come last in League 2. Who would have thought it? You idiots. You absolute idiots. Mansfield Town pulled the trigger. That is surprising. I mean, they did what I would have done. Harry Kane turned 30. They sold him for bloody £92 million. But are they going to be idiots like Leyton Orient? For their sake, I hope not, because they were climbing up the football pyramid. They were potentially a championship club right now. I hope they haven't sold him and aren't going to use the money themselves. Anybody else gone? It doesn't look like it. It seems like one team sells a big player. Oh no, I lie. Kante went to Tottenham. Carlisle United have pulled the trigger and have sold N'Golo Kante, so they get £57 million for themselves. Also, I'm pretty sure Cristiano Ronaldo has retired. Cristiano Ronaldo, I believe. Oh no, he's still there. I lie. 38 years of age. Probably retiring at the end of this season, though. Sergio Ramos is retiring at the end of the season, though. He's not really worth anything, though. So, Oldham Athletic, you've bottled your opportunity as well. Meanwhile, Mbappe is not even in the prime of his career yet. He's 95 rated and is worth £200 million playing at Salford. Here we are a few seasons later. As you can see, none of the teams have made it up to the Premier League yet. Have any of them made it to the Championship? Surely Salford somewhere here. Arsenal are in the Championship, which is a good giggle, but did any of the League 2 sides make it up? Not at the moment, it doesn't seem. No, they must have sold. They must have surely cashed in. So yeah, they're just chilling in League 1 and League 2. Salford sitting very mid-table. Bolton just got relegated. That is surprising. Let's go and have a look and see where the players have ended up. So I mean, like, where is Mbappe nowadays? He'd be like, what, 28, 27, 28? Kylian Mbappe is 27. It's been 3 years. He's still at Salford. He's still 95 overall. He renewed his contract and has a release clause. That's ridiculous. They never cashed in and he's still sitting in League 1. I mean, I assume players like Messi have retired a long time ago. Leo's 38 and still chilling. Still at Harrogate, retiring at the end of the season. How about someone like Bruno Fernandes? How about Bruno? Where are you, son? Bruno Fernandes, 31 years of age, still at Exeter. These teams do not want to sell. This is just the reason why, I don't know, I want the AI to be a lot smarter and a lot more realistic in future career modes. Act like the user. Act like an actual chief executive. Raheem Sterling, is he still chilling? Raheem Sterling, where are you? Still at Crawley Town. Not many of these players have been sold. Mo Salah, 34 years of age, still chilling at Tranmere. Disappointing stuff. At least Harry Kane actually left his club. So I guess, in conclusion, if you give the League 2 clubs a superstar player, they're going to act like idiots. They're going to do nothing that they should. Even when they do sell their players, they're not going to do anything with the money. Honestly, lads, it's very annoying. That is a failed experiment. But lads, if you enjoyed today's FIFA 21 experiment video and you want to see more on the channel, leave a like. Let me know in the comment section down below what we could do in the future. Scorpion kick that subscribe button if you're new around here, but I'll see you for the next one very soon. It's been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.